Hey, good morning. So I am doing the sharing session for this week. Today, I'm sorry, Monday came and went. I'm just going to blame COVID time and also the fact that we've got a launch on and I've been doing some free masterclass training. So I didn't do this week's sharing session. So I wanted to come on this morning and do a little bit of sharing with you, just because I want to share a little bit of love and connect and check in and see how you guys are all doing. So my sharing session is normally based on baby massage or business or personal or professional development, and so this morning I wanted to talk to you about a book that I'm reading at the moment, which is really amazing, which is called Gratitude and Trust. It's by Paul Williams and Tracy Jackman. Now, I'm always reading. I love books. Not so good on fiction, but non-fiction personal development is my jam. And last night, very, very rarely, all of my children were out because they went to see their dad, who's obviously in their support bubble, and my daughter was out. And so I had an evening to myself that really doesn't happen very often. So I thought, what shall I do to honour myself and make the most of my time? So I decided to just cozy up and read this book, Gratitude and Trust, which honestly is so amazing. It gives you 6 affirmations that you can use in your life to help you to lead an honest, fulfilling, contented, simple life with love, kindness and gratitude at the centre of it. So, I mean, that's to me is pretty much goals. That's pretty much living life in a completely fulfilled way. So what I wanted to share with you is something from this book. And as I said, I really would recommend this book. It's really, really good. It's actually based on the big book in Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12-step program, but it's been created for anyone to use because the 12-step program is really very, very powerful. So you can find out a little bit more about that by giving it a Google. But like I said, if you want to have a look at this book, it's really powerful. So the bit I want to share with you this morning is a paragraph which really dropped something into my consciousness last night, and it talked about the 2 words accept and accept. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do accept as in EXCEPT. No, that's not right. That isn't how you spell it. God, great. Actually, I think it is. There you go. She's an ex-lawyer. She's the founder of Blossom and Berry. She can't spell. So accept and accept. So it was talking about doing things in life and how we block ourselves and how fear keeps us small and how fear can stop us from achieving our dreams, and that when we stay in this fear state we can feel really negative, really overwhelmed. And the accept part is when we use excuses for why we can't do things. Like, for example, I'm just looking out the window right now, it's pouring down with rain, so I need to go for a run today. Sorry, not need, I desire, I wish, I want to go for a run today because I want to look after my body and I want to be healthy. Except it's raining, so there is my excuse to get out of my obligation to myself, to find a reason why I don't honour my commitments to myself and what I want to do. So there's so many places where we can use the word accept to discharge ourselves of our duty to do what we really want, to show up in the world in the way we want to be, to honour ourselves, and to, you know, get out of things that might feel a bit uncomfortable and hard. Okay, so what I did last night is I wrote down lots of examples of things that I want to do, but I've got loads of excuses why I can't do them. I'd like to do this except it's a lockdown. I'd like to do this except I don't have enough money. I'd like to do this except I don't have enough confidence. So it's the bit afterwards, the accept X, that is getting in our way from really doing what we want to do. So it's really important to be conscious of where you're using that vocabulary, those words, because words are power, where those excuses are coming up for you right now, and where in particular they are based on limiting beliefs Or for me, except it's raining, so I can't go for a run, where I don't really want to get uncomfortable. I don't really want to go out and get wet in the rain because it's cold and horrible, but I really want to be fit and healthy, and I really want to honour my body. And I know that if I want to get into a habit of running, I've got to get up and do it, even though it might feel a little bit hard today. So that's the first bit, the accept bit. And then the second part is the accept. So that part is the freedom, that part is the power. So when we say I accept, then you can acknowledge where you are, you can acknowledge that it's difficult, but you can also acknowledge that there's growth that is waiting for you. You can also acknowledge that you're going to move closer towards your goals. You can also acknowledge that there's going to be energy and excitement, and your new life and your, the way that you want to live your life is going to be waiting there if you do it. So for example, I accept that it is raining outside and I'm probably going to get really wet and really cold. It's not going to be the most comfortable run that I'm ever going to go on, but if I do it, I am going to get fit and I am going to move closer to my goal. And I am going to feel more motivated, and I am going to honour myself because I said that I was going to do something. And if I don't, basically I'm betraying myself, I'm letting myself down, and ultimately that makes you feel like you're a failure. It makes you feel like you can't trust yourself because you make these commitments to yourself and then you don't show up for yourself. So you let yourself down. And basically when you let yourself down, I think that that is worse than anybody else letting you down, because ultimately you've got to live with yourself and hang out with yourself 24/7. So if you're not honouring yourself and you don't have integrity with yourself, how the hell can you have integrity with somebody else? Okay, you can't. So this is about drawing your power into yourself and really getting mindful about what's going on up there, what's going on upstairs. Why am I not moving forward? Why am I not seeing the changes in my life? Why am I not getting the things that I desire? Because it's that up there. It's what's happening in there. It's the accept, it's the excuse, it's the tomorrow, when there's only one time to do anything, and that time is now. So when we say I accept, that means that we accept ourselves, we accept that it's hard, we accept that the growth is going to come, we accept it might not be easy, but we also accept that this is what we have to do in order to move forward to what we want to achieve. So a really good example right now would be for anyone who is thinking about training with us and might be saying, I'd love to do training except it's lockdown. I'd love to do the training except I've just had a baby. I'd love to do the training because except I'm going to find it a little bit difficult to find the full amount of money. I would like to do the training except I don't think that I'd be very good at business. So like all of those excuses that are coming up. Or you can say, I'd love to do the training and I accept I am here where I am right now, and I accept that where I want to go, and I accept that I'm going to have to grow, and I accept that I might have to change my lifestyle a bit to find the money to invest in my course and myself, and I accept the fact that maybe I don't know too much about business, but I can learn in a community where I'm held and supported. And so therefore from this place of acceptance I can go forward because I'm accepting where I am, but I'm also honouring myself and my goals. So for me, that is so powerful. Two words that you use that can totally change how you're showing up in the world and how you are achieving the life that you want to live. How powerful is that? Two words. Brilliant reframe last night. So check that book out, Gratitude and Trust. Shared a bit on my story last night about halfway through, had a bit of a marathon session on it last night, and I'll be sharing some other books as well over lockdown for personal development, because this is a really good time to start to read. Like, I know a lot of us get into the habit of watching Netflix, watching films, we look at our phones, we look at YouTube, all of those things, but basically just choosing a book that you've always wanted to read. And just, I love reading because there's so much knowledge and wisdom you can just soak up and take action on. There's so much out there to learn. So this is a really amazing opportunity to do that, whether it's on an audio book, whether it's on a real book, whatever it is. It's just a huge amount of knowledge. So I'm going to be sharing some stuff for you as well on that. So I hope this has been useful for you today. We're going to send it out on email to everyone. Just want to keep those vibes, you know, feeling good right now. Yesterday I had a really hard day. I had a bit of a groundhog day yesterday. I felt really stuck. It was like walking through treacle. Time is slowing down. Here we go again. All of those thoughts in my mind, and then I was like, no, I'm just going to accept exactly where I am. It's all out of my control. I'm up again this morning. I'm back in the zone. I'm allowed to feel all of the feels, but not to sit there for too long, just to allow whatever it is to move through, and then embrace the new day, which we've got in front of us right now. So I'm off to do some training now in the Nurture Nest on how to kickstart your parent and baby wellness business, but I'm wishing you all a very happy day. Okay, bye.